Today we will have a lecture on welded connections. Already in previous lectures we have seen the bracket bolted connections. We have calculated, or we have find out the number of bolts required in order to connect I section with the bracket connections. Again, we have also designed the number of bolts required for bracket connections. So we have seen the numericals related with the bracket connections. That comes under the bolted connections. We are connecting I sections and the bracket connection with the help of the bolts. Okay? So we have seen the when a load it has been applied at an eccentricity, so how to find out the number of bolts required. If the number of bolts is unsafe, so we have again gone through the problems in which we have increased the number of bolts in order to satisfy the load taken by the bracket connections. Okay, so again, beyond this, the important topic today, we will cover the welded connections. Today's topic is very important because in some part or some questions it has been asked for the bolted connections, and some questions it has been taken care for the welded connections. Okay, so welded connection is also important as compared to the bolted connections. Okay, so in today's lectures we will go through what are the different concepts regarding with the bracket connections. Also we will refer the IS code also. IS 800 2007 is IS 800 2007 has given the provision of welded connections also. Already we have seen the bolted connections provisions. The same way there is a provision of the welded connections which has been mentioned in IS 800 2007. Okay. First of all, we will see what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of welded and bolted connections. So welded connections is widely used nowadays since it is more efficient and economical. Welded connections does not required to be made in members like riveted and bolted connections. That means we are not hampering the original member. We are not making a hole in the member, because in bolted connections you have already seen we have to find out the bolt diameter, that is the hole diameter. That means we are inserting a hole in the original, that is I sections or bracket connections. We are inserting a hole in that member. Okay, in this that is in welded connections we are not hampering the connections part. We are not hampering the we are not making a hole in the bracket, or we are not making a hole in the any I sections. Directly we are jointing the two members with the help of weldings. Okay, so here the statement it states that welded connection does not require to be made in the member. Okay, so we are not making or we are not affecting, or we are not that is hampering the main members. Okay, so in this case we are not hampering, or it has not been made in the members. Okay, like riveted and bolted connections. For welded connections, extra material like plates, angles are does not required. Okay, for welded connections we doesn't require an extra members, but in for bolted connections we require extra members, which is to be bolted with the main members, which is bolted with the I sections. But here in welded connections, no extra members it has been required. So for welded connections, materials like plates, angles are it has not been required. Okay, what are the advantages and disadvantages? So here there are the some advantages and disadvantages for the welded connections, only for welded connections. Okay, so noise pollution is less. Welded connections you have seen, there is a welding instrument is there. So with the help of that welding instrument we can weld two members, so there is no as such noise created due to welding. Okay, so noise pollution is less. No, it is watertight, because if we are jointing two members with the help of welding, so there is no leakage, or there is no water leakage. Okay, so these welded connections we can easily use for water tanks, or where we are storing water. Okay, so it is a watertight, that is welded connections we are using for watertight structures, or it is watertight, or there is no leakage of water. Materials are not deducted. That means there is no cutting of materials, because we are jointing two, that is original members, original I sections, without cutting the members. Okay, so materials are not deducted. Next is skilled. What are the disadvantages for this welded connections? Here skilled labors are required. Okay, because this welding part is more that is important. So there is we require a skilled labors for welding of two members while doing welding in while jointing the members with the help of welded connections. So skilled labors are required. Okay. Again, as you all know, electricity is also required for welding purpose, because nowadays the welding instrument which has been used, or welding, that is machine which has been used, it has been operated with the help of electricity. So electricity, it is required. Okay, it is mandatory for the welded connections. Again, materials such as gas and rods is also required, so it is a minor part, because we require gas for gas weldings, we require gas, and rods are also required. So materials like gas and that is rods are required. And it is rigid joint. Okay? Rigid joint in the sense, due to thermal expansions, or due to some change in temperatures, so there may be cracking provided in the welded connections, but in bolted connections there may be a flexible, that is joints, it has been created due to, in like in example, in case of summer seasons, if it is expansion in case of steel joints, so there is a factor of safety in that is bolted connections. Okay? Due to expansion, there may be some contraction or expansion can be created in the bolted connections. But in welded connections, there is no as such provision for contraction and expansion due to change in temperatures. Okay? Because it is a rigid joint. It is a rigid joint. Okay? So rigid joint, it has been created in the welded connections. So we will go through the what are the different types of the welded connections. Already we have seen the types of the bolted connections. What were the types of the bolted connections? So bolted connections were lap joint and butt joint. Okay? Same way, there are the two types of welded connections are there: butt weld and fillet weld. Butt weld and the fillet weld. Fillet weld and butt weld. These are the two types of the welded connections: butt weld and fillet weld. What is butt weld? Butt weld, in when the two plates are there, that means these two plates, it has been jointed with the help of butt weld. Butt weld and fillet welds. Okay? It also, what is butt weld? It also known as the groove weld. It is not groove shape welding, it has been done with the help of this butt weld, so it is also called as the groove weld. The various shape of butt weld are: square butt weld, that means these are the two plates is there, one plate is there, this plate is there, second plate is this. So these two plates, it has been jointed with the help of the butt weld in the square shapes. Okay? We are providing the welding in the shape of square. Okay? So number one is nothing but square butt weld. Next is single U butt weld, that means these two plates or these two members, this is one member and this is the another member, number two member. So these two members, it has been jointed with the help of welding. What is the shape of this welding? So it is in the shape of U. It is in the shape of this U shape welding is done. Okay? So it is in shape of U. Okay? So single U butt weld, that means this bottom part is empty. We are providing welding at the top. Okay? So single U butt weld. Here is same way W in the sense top and bottom, the two U shape welding, it has been done. So double U butt weld is there. Single V is there, only top we are providing a single V shape, but welding it has been done. So it is single V shape, it has been provided at top. It is in this shape, V shape, it has been provided at top. Whereas a double V, top and bottom. So here there are two V, it has been provided, one V it has been provided at top, another V it has been provided at bottom. That means it has been provided at edge to edge. Okay? So these are the two V it has been provided, top and bottom, that is double V butt weld. Next is we have to refer the IS code also. Before that, we will find out the strength of welded connections. Okay, what is how to find out the strength of welded connections? Strength in other case, it is nothing but the stress. Okay, so stress is nothing but load per unit area. So we are finding out the strength of welded connection, that is the load per unit area. We are having load per unit area. Stress is nothing but strength. In other words, we are finding out the stress. Okay, so stress is nothing but equal to load per unit area. Just we are cross multiplying these two parts. So load is equals to load on weld, that is equals to stress into area. Stress into area. Stress into area. This P weld, that is load on welding. Okay? The load on weld, the P, that is the load taken by the welding connections. So how much is the load taken by the welding connections? So how to find out the load taken by the welding connections? It is nothing but the area into stress. So area of weld into stress in weld. stress in weld, area of weld. How to find out the area of weld? What which things to be considered for finding out the area of weld? The area of weld we can find out by two things. First, we can find out the length of weld, and next is thickness of weld. Okay. First is length of weld, and next is thickness of weld. So this area of weld can be find out with the help of length of weld, that is length of weld, and next is the thickness, that is the thickness of weld. Okay. So length of weld and thickness of weld, with the help of this we can find out the area of weld and the stress in the weld. Okay. How to find out this stress? So again we have to refer the IS code. So we will see. So this is nothing but the two plates are there, which is having T1 and T2. These are the two different thickness of the plates. This is first plate is there. Number two plate is this. This part is number two plates, and it has been welded with some weldings. Okay. So this is nothing but the thickness of weld. So this is nothing but the thickness of weld. So this part is thickness of weld. What about the length of weld? So length of weld, how much we are providing the welding. Okay. So how to find out the area of weld? Area of weld is nothing but just the multiplication of thickness of weld into length of weld. Thickness of weld into length of weld. So this area, it has been taken care here. So this area we have taken as length into weld. Area of weld is nothing but length of weld into thickness of weld. Into we have converting this stress into in the form of this. That is the stress in weld. So FWD, stress in weld. Stress in weld. So instead of this stress sigma phi, we are providing in small f. Just we have changed the notations. So FWD, FWD. So FWD is nothing but the stress. The same, that is stress we have taken here. This stress is and this stress is same. But how to find out this stress? So design stress in weld, we have to refer the IS code for the design stress in weld. So I am switching over to the IS code. I am having IS code open here. So we will refer the IS code page numbers also. So here there is an IS code. We will refer the IS code and page numbers. Here it is nothing but 79 page numbers. Okay. So we will refer 79 page numbers for this. 79 page numbers, yes, 79 page number is there for IS code. 79 page numbers, and there is a clause for the design strength of a fillet weld. Okay. So what is, how to find out the design strength of fillet weld? As I've already shown you how it has been denoted. Strength is as good as stress. So FWD, F suffix WD, WD stands for welding, shall be used in on its throat areas, and shall be given as FWD. FWN divided by gamma MW. FWM divided by gamma MW. How to find out this FWD? FWD, it is nothing but the design strength of fillet weld. So FWD is equals to FWN divided by gamma MW. How to find out FWN? The FWN is equals to FU divided by square root of 3. FU divided by square root of 3. So just we are putting these values in this FWN, and gamma MW we will find out with the help of the partial safety factor. What is FU? It is nothing but the smaller of ultimate stress of the weld or the parent metal. This will be given in the questions, or we can assume 410 also. FU we will take as 410. And what about the gamma MW? Gamma MW is nothing but the partial safety factor. Again we have to refer the that is IS code for this partial safety factors. So we will refer this partial safety factors. I think so it is partial safety factors. It is given in page number 30, I think, yes. It has been given in the page number 30. So we are referring this page number 30 for the finding out gamma MW. This is nothing but table number 5. So we have to refer table number 5 for partial safety factors, gamma MW. So here this is welds, gamma MW. So these are the two things we have to consider. If it is shop fabricated, how much is the quantity we are using? 1.25. Gamma MW is here. Okay, gamma MW. So we will refer this shop fabrications. We will refer, we will take this for shop fabrication as 1.25. Whereas if it is field fabricated welding, there are two types. It is shop fabricated. That means it is fabricated on factories, that is shop fabricated, and field is on-site fabrications, on C2, on-site fabrications. So if it is on-site fabrications, we will use 1.50, and if it is shop fabricated we will use 1.25. So we have referred the clause from page number 79. We have to refer the IS code 800 2007 for the clause that is being mentioned. Okay. So directly this FWD we have referred from 800 2007 from page number 79. So we have taken from page number this is we have taken from page number 79. Okay, we have referred and we have taken this FWD from page number 79. So FWN divided by gamma MW, FU is divided by square root of 3 gamma MW. Gamma MW we have to take for this gamma MW we have to take from table 5. Okay, we are taking this from table 5. How to find out FU? FU is nothing but the ultimate tensile stress. If it is not given, then we can directly take as 410. In some questions, this ultimate tensile stress will be given. If it is not given, then there is no need to confuse. So we will take this FU as 410 Newton per mm square. That is nothing but the ultimate tensile stress. We will take this ultimate tensile stress as 410 Newton per mm square. How to find out gamma MW? We will have to refer the table number as I have already shown you the table, that is table number 5 from IS code. So we have to refer the table number 5. If it is shop weld, we will take this as that is 1.25 for shop. We will take this as 1.25. If it is field welding, we will take this as 1.5. Okay. So we have to directly use the formula which has been given in IS 800 2007 and page number 79. Okay. We have to refer the page number 79 for welded connections. Design strength of weld. So how to find out the load taken by welds? So again I am repeating this. How to find out the load taken by weld? So P load on weld is equals to area into stress. Ultimate stress, ultimate tensile stress, area into ultimate tensile stress. Okay. How to find out area? Length into thickness of weld. Okay. How to find out the ultimate tensile stress? So we have to refer the page number 79 for ultimate tensile stress. So it comes to be FU divided by square root of 3 gamma MW, and it gamma FU we will take this as 410 Newton per mm square. We will take this as Newton per mm square. So in this way we will take the partial safety factor for welding connections, that is shop weld we are taking as 1.25, and for field weld we are taking as 1.5. Okay. Again which things to be taken care, how to find out the single, if it is single U or V weld. If it is single U or V weld, then it is 5 by 8 times thickness of thinner plate. How to find out the thickness? So 5 by 8 times thickness of thinner plate. If it is single U or V weld, we will use this in order to find out the thickness. How to find out the thickness? It is nothing but 5 by 8 times the thickness of thinner plate, thickness of weld. Okay. If it is double U or V weld, so how to find out the thickness of weld? It is directly the thickness of the thinner plate, directly thickness without any multiplication factors. We will directly take as T. That is the thickness of thinner plate, only the thickness of thinner plate. But it is single weld, it we will take as 5 by 8, multiplication factor as 5 by 8. But it is double U or V weld, we will directly take as T, that is the thickness of the thinner plate. Now we will go through, or we will solve the problems related with the welded connections. So I am reading the problem. 20 mm thick plate is connected to 18 mm thick plate. That means one size of the thickness of the plate is 20 mm, other thickness of the plate is 18 mm. That means there is variation in the thickness of the two plates. So a 20 mm thick plate is connected to 18 mm thick plates by 140 mm long butt weld. So what is the length of butt weld? It is I think so 240 mm long butt weld. We have to determine the strength of joint. How to find out the strength of joint? We have to find out the strength of joint, that is P. P we have to calculate. Determine the strength of joint. If case 1 that is the single U butt weld is used, and that is case number 2 double U butt weld is used. Okay. So these are the two plates. The thickness of first plate is 20 mm, the thickness of second plate is 10 mm. These are the two plates are there. One plate, first plate and second plate, it has been connected with, first condition is U butt weld, next condition is double U butt weld. How to find out the thickness of weld? As I have already said, if it is that is single U or V, it has been there, so we will have the multiplication as 5 by 8, and minimum thickness of plate, here minimum is 18. Okay. So how to find out thickness of weld? T is equals to 5 by 8 times minimum thickness of plate. 5 by 8 times minimum thickness in out of this 20 and 18, which is the minimum? 18 is the minimum. So this 18 is the minimum. Okay, 18 is the minimum thickness. So it comes to be thickness of weld as 11.25 mm. Design stress in weld. How to find out design stress in weld? We have to refer again IS 800 2007 page number 79. So this will be taken from the page number 79. Okay, this will be taken from the page number 79 for IS code page number 79. So refer this page number 79. FWD is equals to FU divided by square root of 3 gamma mu. Assume if it is not given as whether we are there is a shop welding or field welding, so we can assume in this case as shop weld. So for shop weld, gamma mw, by referring the table number 5, it comes to be 1.25. So fu it is not given, so we will assume as fu as ultimate tensile stress, fu 410 divided by square root of 3 divided by 1.25. So what is the stress ultimate, that is the design stress of weld? FWD, it comes to be 189.37 Newton per mm square. In this way we can find out the strength of welded joint. We have to find out the strength of weld, in other words, is load taken by the joint. Okay, strength of welded joint is nothing but the load taken by the joint. The P weld is equals to area into stress. Area is L into T. Stress is nothing but this design stress, FWD. Simple formulas are used. Very simple problems are there for welded connections. Simple formulas you can directly that is keep in mind these formulas. So length of weld, it has been given in questions, it is 240 mm. We are taking this length of weld from the question which has been given, 240. Thickness we have calculated for single U we have calculated thickness as 11.25. So directly we will take this as 11.25 and multiplied by f, that is nothing but this design stress in weld. So 189.37, we will take this as 189.37. In this way we will find out the strength of welded joint. The formula used to find out the strength of welded joint is nothing but P weld. P stands for the strength of weld. In other words, is nothing but the load taken by the welded connections. Load taken by the welded connections. Okay? Load taken by the welded connections. So P is equals to area into design stress of weld. How to find out the design stress of weld? So we have to have referred the page number 79, FWD. So after all calculations, it comes to be 189.37. So directly we are using FWD, that is the design strength of that is weld. It is 189.37. Thickness of weld we have calculated 5 by 8 times the minimum thickness of plates. It comes to be 11.25. Length of weld, it has been directly given in the questions. So 240 is given part. This is directly given in the questions. So it comes to be 511.30 10 to the power 3 newtons. 511. This is point. So 511.30 10 to the power 3 newtons. In converting this into kilonewton, it comes to be 511.30 kilonewtons. So this is nothing but the load taken by the welded connections. That is, in other words, is nothing but the design strength of welded connections. Design strength of welded connections, or strength of welded joint. Okay. Similar way, if it is a double U butt weld is there, so similar case number 2, in the same problem, the case number 2 was double U butt weld. So in this case number 2, again the same thickness of plate is nothing but 20 and 18 is the two thickness of plates, but here double U is there. That means this U at top portion is there, this is U at the top portions, and U at the bottom portion, that means double U is there. So how to find out the thickness of weld? So thickness of weld, that is for double weld, is equals to, it is equals to the directly the minimum thickness of plate. Okay. So thickness of weld, that is equals to the minimum thickness of the plate. So directly we have taken this 18 here, that is nothing but the thickness of weld. Okay. The thickness of weld we have directly taken. If it is single U or V, we will take 5 by 8 times the thickness of minimum thickness of plate. But for W butt weld, we are directly taking the minimum thickness of plate. Out of this 20 and 18, minimum is 18. So T of weld, thickness of weld, it is directly taken as 18, that is minimum of 20 and 18, it is 18. Okay. So again the design stress in weld FWD, we have to refer again the page number 79 of IS 800 2007, the formula which we are using. So FWD is equals to FU divided by square root of 3, so upon gamma MW. Gamma MW is there, again we have to refer this from page number table 5 for gamma MW. Again we are referring for gamma MW as shop weld. So for shop weld it is 1.25, yeah, FW FU we are directly taking this as 410, that is 410 divided by square root of 3, and gamma MW, that is shop weld, we are taking this, that is partial safety factor for that is shop weld, it is 1.25. So after all calculations and multiplications it comes to be 189.37. How to find out the design strength of weld or the load taken capacity of the weld? PW, design strength of weld, that is PW equal to this area of weld into the stress, there is design stress in weld. So area that is equal to length into thickness. So length of weld into thickness of weld, so length of weld directly given in the question is 240. Thickness of weld out of the minimum we have taken as 18. FWD we have already calculated, FWD here as FWD we have calculated, so we have directly taken this FWD, that is 189.37. So it comes to be 818.07 kilo newtons. So in this way we have calculated the design strength of weld, design strength of weld, in other words the load taken by the welded connections. Okay, the load taken by the welded connections. So simple formula we have used the formula of area into stress, design stress, area into design stress of weld. How to find out area? Length into thickness. Design stress of weld. So for design stress of weld, we have to refer the page number 79. That is the design stress of weld, FWD formula is used. Fu divided by gamma, that is square root of 3, again divided by gamma MW. Simple formula is there. So you can that is keep in mind this formula, the simple formula, the for in order to find out the design stress of weld, that is gamma, that is FWD. So it is 818.07 kilo newtons. What is next? This problem you can solve in assignment books also, or you can solve this that is in your own notebooks. The formula next problem is a plate of 10 each. Here the thickness of both the members is same, that is 10 Okay, so 10 is the both thicknesses are same. So here the plate of 10 each is connected by 340 length of butt weld. Again length of weld is 340, which has been given in the questions. Determine the strength of weld, determine the strength of welded joint, single U butt weld and double U butt weld. So simple that is cases there. The answers for this is nothing but 402 kilonewton for single U butt weld, and for double U butt weld it is 643. The same procedure is there, same all steps are there. Little bit given data is different. So this is very simple problem you can solve in your notebooks. Okay, these are the two 10 plates. Single U is nothing but this single U butt weld is there, and double U butt weld is there. These are the procedure for this. Thickness of weld T is equals to 5 by 8 times a minimum, that is thickness. So out of this 210, minimum is 10. Okay, so minimum is 10. So 5 by 8 times 10, so thickness of weld is 6.25 kilo, so sorry 6.25 The next is design stress in weld. So FWD we have to refer again the same page number 79 for IS 800 2007. The FU divided by square root of 3 divided by gamma MW. After keeping all the values it comes to be 189.37. We are assuming the shop weld as gamma MW as 1.25. Strength of weld, the formula is PW, that is the strength of weld, L into T F WD, the formulas 340, it has been given the question, that is the length of weld. Thickness we have calculated 6.25 FWD, just now we have calculated 189.37. After all values it comes to be 402.41. Same way double U is provided. How to find out the thickness of weld? So thickness of weld for double U is directly the that is the thickness or minimum thickness of plate, but here the both the plates are of 10 that is minimum thickness is TW thickness of weld is nothing but TW is nothing but 10 mm. Design stress in weld FWD, the same formula is there, no, nothing changes there, so 189.37. Strength of weld L into T, so L length 340 is given, thickness 10 we have to take, and FW we are directly taking this 189, after multiplications it comes to be 643.85. So out of these two cases, that is when we are providing a single U butt weld and when we are providing the double U butt weld, that is what is the result? What is the conclusion behind after these two cases? The conclusion is that the for single that is U butt weld, how much is the load taken by this 402, but for double weld how much is the load taken, that is 643. That means if we are given an opportunity, or if we are given a choice whether we have to provide a single U butt weld or double U butt weld, so it is preferable to provide double U butt weld. Why? Because the load taken capacity of a W weld is more as compared to single U weld. Okay, as compared to single U weld, so the W weld the load taking capacity of W weld is more as compared to the single U weld. Okay, so with the help of these two cases, this conclusion it has been that is formed. Okay, so in this way, there is butt weld. Today in this today's lectures, we will end this today's lectures, because in this lectures we have gone through the butt weld. Okay, next we will have some more that is related with the fillet joints also. So in next lectures we will see about butt weld and fillet weld. So next we will have the fillet weld also. Okay, so here we will stop the today's lectures. If anyone having queries or any doubts, so they can ask through the WhatsApp number, or they can message in the comment box. Okay, so thank you everyone, thank you.